Hello everyone, this is Val from Val's Craft Creations, and today I am bringing you another project for it's my design team project for SannieCreates, and I'm gonna be using a beautiful collection, digital collection. The name is Floral Fantasy, and Santini Naidoo is the creator for SannieCreates, and she is giving you 20% off from your order of this beautiful paper collection. And before I tell you what I'm gonna be creating for this project, let me show you. I already cut some of the papers from the collection, and for my project I already cut them to size, but this is some of the paper that I added on these envelopes. This is more of that paper that I'm gonna be adding to these journaling cards. Well, this is index card. Here's my signature. This is one of the paper. It's so pretty. It's like vintage floral. I have some avocado dye paper here on my signature. This is another paper from the collection. It's another one. I usually want you to go and check the whole collection on the Etsy store or the place where the person is providing this paper. I like it, to have it already cut and everything when I'm showing it, just because, it's just my preference. But you can visit her Etsy store. You can see this beautiful paper and some other papers that she have a lot of beautiful digital collections that you can use on your projects. But the one that I picked was Floral Fantasy, and I really love this paper. It's like cream and pinks and blues, light color, like pastel color. Oh my god, and I am in love with this paper. And I have some dye papers, avocado dye papers that I added to the signatures. That's my two signatures. So here are some that I haven't cut that I'm gonna cover my project with. But it's very pretty. You have browns, like, for me it's like vintage chubby chic, I would say. And this collection brings a lot of extras, like you have journaling cards, envelope, bingo cards, there's some tabs, postcards, more envelopes, some quotes, envelope, tags, quotes. So this is a file folder, some labels. So this collection brings a lot of stuff. Here's some tags, tickets, pockets, more journaling cards, and some die cuts. So this is a pretty beautiful vintage shabby chic collection, and I love the pastel colors, soft colors, everything that she has provided on this collection. Floral Fantasy is the name, and what I'm gonna be making is, I think we can call it a lap book, and I'm gonna use cereal box. At the beginning I was using the cereal box as it was. I just opened it and I was gonna use it that side, but I think it was too big, so I cut in my pieces, and I will give you measurements. My lap book is gonna be 7 by 10. The beginning it was 7.5 by 10, and then my spine were 2.25, but they were too big, like this big, and I didn't like that, so I cut the cereal boxes. So my spine is 1.5. So my spine right now is gonna be 1.5 instead of the 2.25 that it was originally. And then this was 7.5, and I just cut it to 7 inches because, to be honest, it was too big. So I cut my cereal box 10 inches long, and I cut all the flaps. Then this panel here is 7 inches, so you're gonna need, let me show you real quick how this is gonna look, so you have an idea before I give you measurements. And this go here, and this is gonna overlap a little bit, and it's gonna have a closure on the front. And then when you open it, it's kind of a mini lap book, because on a lap book you can make a big lap book, but I didn't want to go that route and create something too big, because, you know, it was too big. I don't know, I didn't like it, the original size. So this panel here is 7 by 10, but then this was like this. So what I did is I cut my cereal box here. That was the spine. You see how big it was? I didn't like it, so I cut it to 1.5. So this one is gonna go like this. So what you can do is you're gonna cut a panel 8.25 by 10, which is, this is gonna be the bottom part. You're gonna need another panel. I'm gonna give you a measurement like this, so it's better, 5.25. And then your last panel is gonna be, you can cut it 6 inches, okay? And then on the one that is gonna be 5.25, you're gonna score in the 1.5 mark. So that will give you your 1.5 spine, okay? So this is the one that goes to the left. You're gonna cut that panel 5.25, and then you're gonna score 1.5, okay? So that's the panel for your left. The middle panel, let me give you measurements again. And I'm just gonna give it like it is right here. So this doesn't matter here, so I'm gonna give you just cut it 8.25, okay? And you're gonna score at the 7 mark. And this is just gonna be a hinge to connect your left panel. So it doesn't matter how much you have left here. I'm just gonna give you the measurement as I have it here, and I think it's gonna be easier than giving you a bunch of measurements. So let's start again. Left panel, 5.25, and you're gonna score at the 1.5 inch mark. Middle panel, you're gonna cut it 8.25 by 10, right? And you're gonna score at the 7 mark. Right panel, it's gonna be 6 inches long. It's a little bit less than 6 inches, but I'm just gonna go by 6 inches. Okay, and you're gonna score at the 3.75 mark, and then add the 5.25, and that will give you the 1/2 inch panel here, like this. So this is gonna be your spine on the right side. Okay, once again, right panel, 6 inches. You're gonna score at 3.75 and 5.25. So that's your measurements, and they are 10 inches long. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna glue everything down. I don't know if I want to use my glue gun. Let's see. So this is my middle panel, my left and my right, and I know because of the face. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is this 1/2 inch here. That's what we're gonna connect the back panel to your right there. Okay, so we're gonna glue this one down here. Just this piece here. Make sure don't go all the way to the, the line, the score line. Make sure you can fold your piece. Make sure that it's even. I think I should use my glue gun. No, let me just do it with this one. Just if I need to add more glue, I will. Making sure I have my glue gun ready just in case. After we are done with this, I will show you what else we're gonna add to the project. Okay, so I have my spine for the right side, 1.5 inches. My flap from the front and the back, and now we're gonna attach this part here. I can cut this piece 1/2 inch like the other side, but I just went ahead and I didn't want to complicate my life too much, so just use the measurements that I gave you and you will be fine. It's not a big deal. We're gonna cover everything, so okay, so this is how your lap book is gonna look, and it's gonna have a closure here on the top. And then let me show you. I did a project yesterday with this index card, and I still have a lot, so I decided that my journal, my 2 signatures are gonna go on this flap on the left. Right, that's gonna go there. That's where my 2 signatures are gonna be. Then this index card are gonna go on this other flap, and I'm gonna like cascade them like this, something like that. We will figure it out, but that is gonna go on this flap right there. And then here in the middle, I gotta go on my 4 envelopes, and they're gonna go like, one is gonna go right here, then the other one is gonna start like somewhere like there. I'm just giving you an example of how it's gonna look. So all my envelopes, I want them to be inside of this area here, so I had to figure out the distance in between them, right? Just an example, I'm just showing you. And then this one, the smaller one, is gonna open down here, and when you close it, it's gonna be like that, right there. I don't know if I wanna use another one. I may add another one here. I think I'm gonna add one more, and that way they will open to the bottom here, and then it will cover this going up. But I'm thinking right now I may add like something here. Maybe I will get a file folder. I have to look for it. And I will connect it up here and down here, and that will close here. And that way this will be hidden. Then my journal will come up in top of the file folder right there, like that. And this will go under my journal. I think that's the way I want it. Something like that. And then when you open it, you have your journal. You have this card's going this way. Then you open the closure here with the file folder, and then you will have all this envelope hidden here. And I'm gonna see if on this flap here and here I may add, let me see if these pockets are too big for this. Maybe we can cut it to size. But maybe on these flaps we can put two like these ones on the bottom and this one on the top, and put this pockets here. I may need to cut them smaller, but I think that's what we're gonna do. So we already had the base. I'm gonna stop right now here because I'm gonna go and get the file folder. I'm gonna cut it to size and I'm gonna attach it, and then I will come back and I will show you how it's gonna look. And I may cover this already. You already had the base of how it's gonna look. And I'm just gonna add, well, let me get the file folder. Let me see if I have some file folder here somewhere easy. If not, I will come back. Something I have file folder laying around. Let me see. Oh, I think. Let me see. No, I don't have any right now here. So let me go and grab some file folder. I'm sorry, I apologize, but the idea just came to my mind while I was constructing this. So let me get the file folder. I'm gonna cut them 7 inches wide and maybe a little bit smaller, maybe 7 inches, maybe 6 and 7/8, 6 and 5/8 by, I don't know if I want them overlapping like that, but let me get the file folder. I will figure it out and I will come back. Okay, so I find my file folder. They were right in front of me and I couldn't see them. I am thinking that I may keep this flap. So I'm gonna go 6 and I don't know if I want to go 6 3/4. Let's cut it first 6 and 7/8 first. And let's see. Let me get my base here. I think that's perfect. And then I'm gonna cut this right there in half. We can say in half. And then I have my 2 flaps. Let's see. And this already have a line here. So this is like what? Half an inch? Let's see. It's kind of half an inch. So that will go right there. And let's score this one half an inch too. It's almost half an inch. Yeah, 1/4 inch is too small. I'm just gonna go half an inch on this one. And let's see which one I want. I think I want this one with the larger tab on the top. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like it like that. So this is what we did. This was the file folder, right? This is my file folder. Right there. So instead of cutting this way, I cut it sideways, horizontally on the 6 and 7/8 mark. And let's keep this because I may decide to use it. And then just score the top where your top is not, where you don't have the top, right here on the top, 1/2 inch on both of these pieces. So let's attach these pieces to my base. I've been thinking all day. At first I have another like this little box right here. So I cut it in half, and I was gonna do it this small, but then I when I measured my journal was gonna be like 4 by 6. I didn't like it. It was too small. So I decided to go with the cereal box instead. Let me make sure that this is in the right spot. Gonna go right there. May need to add more glue. Make sure that is attached. That I don't need to add more glue. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Let's attach the bottom one. I was gonna use a glue gun, but even though this glue dries real fast, I still have time to move it real quick if I need to. I think my line is kind of crooked. The one that I did first. Okay, that's good enough. Let me make sure, yes. I may do a closure here, I don't know yet, but this will open here. And look, we can also add stuff. I had to print more paper, or maybe with the one that I already have, I can cover everything. If no, I may print more. I think I print all the papers that the collection brings, but just in case I can repeat some of the paper, it doesn't matter. We can print more. So I don't think, let me see. Here I'm gonna try to add the pockets. Just bear with me for a moment. Let's cut this here. What if my score board here, gonna score 1 inch, just that I don't want to 1 inch. Let's see, 1 inch. I don't want to get this wasted. If we can use it all, that way we don't waste anything. And maybe we can add this here and open too, like that. So I think I had to cut just a little bit. This part here I'm gonna cut. Just this a little bit. 1/8 of an inch maybe. Let me see. And that way we can use the whole file folder. That's perfect there. Let's do the same thing. Let's score at the 1 inch. And then let's cut this little piece here. It's like 1/8 of an inch, a little bit more, but you can just cut that little piece there. Let's measure the other side. That's perfect. That's perfect. So my lab book is looking more than like a lab book. So yes, this, but I don't know if I want this to go like leaving some space on bottom and top like that, Or if I want to go all the way down, let me see what I like. All the way down. All the way down. Let's go all the way to the top. I think I'm gonna go all the way to the top. That's the way I'm gonna go. Yeah. So let's glue this down. This wasn't my original idea, but you know, you are allowed to change your mind. Remember, I using Floral Fantasy from SannieCreates. But if you cannot, you know, if you don't have, you cannot get this paper, you can use whatever you have at home. It's not mandatory, but if you want to create the same way as, you know, that's using the same paper that I'm using, I'm gonna leave her Etsy store below and the discount code. And we can always have, you know, you never have too much digital papers, right? Especially if you do journals. Okay, I think that's good enough. And let's add and her prices are affordable, plus you get a 20% off coupon. You know, that's good, right? Pressure here. I'm using a wipe. That's okay. So that's just gonna go like this. I wanted them to be overlapping a little bit. Before it was like that, but I wanted to overlap a little bit. So that's why I changed some things around. Okay, so my base is ready. So I'm just gonna let everything dry, and what we're gonna do is just decorate, but I'm gonna cut my papers to size and then I come back, because I'm not gonna cut all this in front of you. Like, this is smaller, but I am thinking I'm gonna go this way. Like that. Because even though you can see some writing here, it goes this way. The postcard is vertical, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna cut it like that, and some of this is gonna be covered with the how you call that, with the pocket and stuff. So, but look how pretty this paper is. So I'm gonna choose what is gonna go in where, you know, what places, and I will come back. Okay, so what I did while I was off camera, I cut all my papers. The signature I haven't cut because I don't know what size I'm gonna do the signature yet. But I cut all the papers that we're gonna use to cover the base. And it's 16 pieces of paper that I cut. And the easier way to do this is, you know, if you want to measure, that's what I did with these panels here. I just measured them. Like this one is 3 3/4 by 10, so I cut my paper the same size. This spine is 1.5 by 10. I cut that, and I did the same thing with all these pieces. But for these ones, what I did was I just traced my paper around it, and I cut it with my scissors. And I count 16 pieces of paper that we're gonna use to cover the whole project. So like I told you, my papers were smaller than my project if I cut them like horizontally, like, you know, you usually cut them. So what I did, I put my paper vertical and I cut it to size, and that way I can get more than one panel from a piece of paper. I got 2 and some extra that I have you know, to use as scrap. So what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna start covering our base. And I'm just gonna cover some of the pieces here on camera, and you know, it's 16 pieces. I'm not gonna have you here sitting just watching me gluing paper to my base. So let's do some, and then I will finish off camera, and then I will come back and we will attach the envelopes, the index cards, and all the other stuff, the signatures and all that to the base. But right now, let's start decorating the base. And the easier way that I found that worked for me is I number my panels and I number my papers. So this is 6. This one will go with 6 right here, and so on. And that's the way I always do it. I put the number right there, you see? This one is 17, and this is my 17 piece. The number is right there. So that's the easier way. While I'm cutting my pieces, I just number them. So that way it's easier for me. So I just gotta put them in order, starting by 1. This is 1. And that way you are organized, and you know, so this is 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For me, this is the easier way. For me, this work. Let me see where's number 5. Maybe. Let me see. 1. Can find my number 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's 5, 5, and 6. 7, 8. I know I should have done this off camera, but I forgot. 9, 10. Just bear with me. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. So we have 17, 18 panels that we're gonna decorate. So that's what you need to do. You need to cut 18 pieces of paper to cover your project. This is number 1. So I'm just gonna go here. Put my glue, and we're gonna go. I just gotta cover some of my paper here on camera, but you know what you need to do? Just start covering your base with your pieces of paper. Because I'm trying not to make this tutorial too long. Usually when I started making tutorials, I was recording every step, all the way until the end of the project. But, and my tutorials were long. Nobody complained about it, but, I had learned to just cut the video in parts instead of having a lot of tutorial for the same thing. So, you learn. So this is number 2 is right here. To make sure that I cover the right, where I need to cover, because I don't want to glue my paper down where it's not supposed to be. So it's better for me to fold my flaps. That way I know where the glue is going, where I have to put the glue. Okay, so that's for number 2. And on number 2, I want this rose. This is supposed to go like this, but I want the rose to go up. And I will show you in a minute why. And I will trim later on. I had to trim some of this paper. But I wanted this one going up because the one on this one is going down. You see, it's going on this way. So I want it like opposite. And here you see I had to trim it, but I will trim when I'm done here. So I have 1 and 2. This is 3 right here. I don't know why, even though that I always got my paper to the right size, I always have to trim when I do it like this. Just gonna trim this one here before I glue the other piece. Okay, so this is my number 3. And let me see, do I want it like this? Yes, I think. Or do I want it like this? I think I'm gonna go like this. Decisions. Some of these papers I cut 2 of each. I'm sorry, I print 2 of each. By mistake. It wasn't planned, but it's good because now I can, you know, use the same. And they're similar, so you're not gonna notice it. So this is 4. I think 4 is gonna go this way like this. No, 4 goes like this because the postcard. So. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep covering our base. So this last panel, this is number 4. That's the last one that I'm gonna record. And then I will continue, you know, gluing the other panels, covering them with my beautiful paper Floral Fantasy. I don't know, lately I've been doing a lot of shabby chic project. I usually do vintage a lot. I love vintage, but I love vintage shabby chic. And shabby chic now is so pretty, the color, the pink, the pastel color. I don't know, I've been making some projects, shabby chic, vintage. Okay, so that's what we're gonna keep doing, okay? Just keep decorating your panel, and when you're done, we will attach the signatures, the envelopes, the index card, all that goody stuff that we're gonna be using. And I need to find out what I'm gonna do here for a closure. I may leave it like this. I don't know yet, but let's continue. Okay, let me see if I can try this one more time. My baby, my cat, have visited my desk like a couple of times, so I keep deleting this part. So she's over there on my bed laying down, so let's see if she don't come here. But let me show you what I did already. Let me move these things around. So I already decorated all the flaps and all the panels from my base, and it looks so pretty. I really love how everything turns out from my lab book. And then when I was doing the signature, I wanted to do something different, so I decided to use this elastic cord that somebody sent me in a Happy Mail, and I haven't used it. So I decided to go with, you know, when you do those traveler notebooks and things like that, they attach the signature with elastic cords. So that's what I did here. I added the eyelets on the top and the bottom. And what I did was from the bottom to the top, I measure 1 inch and I mark it with my pencil. And then from the left to the right and from the right to the left, I measure a 1/2 inch and then I mark it there, and that's how I got the measurement for my eyelids. Same way here on the top. So from the bottom to the top or from the top to the bottom, you're gonna mark 1 inch, and then from the left to the right and right to the left, 1/2 inch, and that will give you where you have to do the holes for your eyelets. So that's the way I did this, and then I inserted the elastic cord, and of course my signatures, I already did a pamphlet stitch to attach them together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let me see, this is the one that I want on the front. Now I want this one first. So let me show you the signature. The signature without the cover has 13 pages. And it has some avocado dye copy paper. I had this dictionary page, and then of course paper from the collection. Has some layer that I avocado dye. All my papers were avocado dye, and it's copy paper. This is from the collection. It's layer paper, more paper from the collection. So I incorporated some of the collection, some of the copy paper. This is my middle, and I already did tie my signature. So what we're gonna do is just put your signature in. And I haven't measured, this is the first time I'm doing this, so hopefully it will work. If not, I don't know, I will detach it and measure it better. But I think it will work. Okay, so the first signature is there. Let's add the second signature. And this is the first time I tried this technique of the elastic. So that way you can remove your signature from the lab book, and you are able to write your notes or whatever without, you know, having the whole lab book on your lap or on your table or whatever where you're gonna have it. Let me move this knot more to the bottom. There. Okay, so the signatures are already in place. So when you close your lap book, that's where your journal is. Okay, so now we're gonna attach everything else, and I'm gonna have a second part for this tutorial, and the second part is gonna be just the decoration, you know, adding the pockets, the tags, lace, and doing the also the front, the cover. For the cover for my closure, let me see if I have it here available to show you. I got this at Hobby Lobby. Let me grab it here real quick. I'm gonna be using this closure for the first time. It is a frog closure. That's the name. That's what it says there. Frog, like a froggy closure, and that is gonna go on the top. I had never used that before, so hopefully it will work. So let's attach the envelopes now. Let's see how we're gonna place these envelopes, because like I told you, I want my envelopes to be enclosed on this space. So I don't want them to go over this part here. So I have to see how I'm gonna attach them that they stay like that inside my space here, my 7 by 10. So let's start with the first one, and then we will go from there. I already decorate them. So let's glue this flap. Let's see, and looking to see if I want the pink one first. And I think I do. So the second tutorial is just gonna be decorating my lab book and adding pockets and all the extras from the paper collection. I know I'm covering this beautiful paper, but it is what it is, you know. You know, now that I'm thinking I should have used one of this paper here and then cover these flaps with the beautiful paper, but that's fine. We have a lot of that going on everywhere, so. Okay, I think the next one I want to use is the green one. And then the blue one, since this is green here, I'm gonna go with the green right there. So let's see. If I attach this one here, it will go over. So I probably have to cover some of this. And then before I glue the other one. Okay, so I just gonna go, I think right there. It don't have to be perfect, so I think I'm gonna go with right there. And I was gonna do another envelope, I just forgot. I may do that and I will show you in a minute. And maybe I will glue this one down. Because now I'm thinking I'm gonna change this a little bit and do this too. This one coming this way. Let me see. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna add one more right here. So I will have 2 opening this way and 2 opening this way. You know, I'm just getting ideas while I work. I know I said before I was gonna do one more envelope and I just completely forgot. But that's what I'm gonna do. So let's glue this one the opposite way. And then I will print more paper for the other envelope. So this one is gonna go this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print this paper here, and I'm gonna add one of the larger envelopes and cover it with this one. And it's gonna go right here. So 2, I'm gonna go this way and 2 this way. I like that better, and then this will cover them. Let me make sure, see that I don't have to move them. I think that's fine. And then this one is the one that was gonna go here, but now I think I'm gonna attach it here on this flap. And then it will go up there. And here, sorry, let me see if I can move this here so you can see. So I'm thinking to have this one open down like this. And when you go up, it will go all the way there. And then here, I can add more envelopes or a pocket or something. So I think this one, it was gonna go here originally, but I think I'm gonna go down here. So no, it's okay to change your mind. We are creating new things. So, and I usually do that when I'm working. My mind is running and running, and my ideas are coming back, and you know, new ideas are coming to me. So let's do that there. Let's see, let's check. Perfect. Okay, so next time when I come back to decorate, I'm gonna have one more envelope here going this way. And then here, I don't know if I may add more envelopes and go down here like that. Maybe one or two more. I don't know yet, but let me see something because I forgot. Yeah. I thought I glue it before checking if I can close it, but yes. Look. Go there. This one goes here. Then I need a closure for this here. I was thinking to use Velcro. So let's do now this, and these are index card. And what I did is I took 2 index card for each and I glued them together to make it more sturdy, and then I cover it. This index card, like I told you before, they're 5x8, but I scored them at the 1/2 inch mark. So right now this is 4.5 by 8. And let's see which one I want first. Since I had this color here, I may go with, I think I like the combination of green first. And I don't know, I had to see how I'm gonna glue them down, but what I did on this flap, I just distressed it with my archival ink ground espresso. It's like a brown, so they don't look white in here. So let's start gluing the first one and see how this is gonna work. I may do the same thing as the other, at the envelope, 2 going one way and 2 the other way. I don't know. Let's see, because I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but let's start gluing this down. Making sure, okay. And then it's green. Let's go with this pink. And then the blue. Just don't want to pass this here. Make sure that everything close. So let me see. Do I want to go up top here? But these two are similar. I don't want that. Let's go with I want to see if I want to go here to the side. I think I'm gonna go with this one here, and then here, and then this one here. Let's do that. Let's see. Well, let me see the colors. Yeah, this one is gonna be the second one. Okay, and then do I want the blue? Let's use this one. I don't know, I'm just putting this there. Hopefully I'm doing this right. And my lab book will close. If not, I may need to remove this here and fix it. But hopefully it will work. And then the last one will go right up. But you see these two are blue together here. I don't like that. Put the blue first. Thanks guy, move it before it dries. And then now this one, let's see, yeah, yes. But let me add more glue to this one again. And then we will make sure, I should have made sure that it will close before but that's fine, hopefully it will. At least it's right there on the where this is gonna close like this, so. Then, yeah, I want this there, my signature there, and there. Perfect, perfect. So let's see. When it opens, here, I don't know, I have to look for this. I already cut everything down that I'm gonna use. Is here, but that's gonna be on the next tutorial because I had to distress the edges and everything, but it's already cut. I distressed the edges of the whole lap book and then my signature as well, the cover for my signatures. And then this will go this way, up, up. Okay, so this is it for the first part of this tutorial. I'm gonna add one more envelope here that is gonna close this way, you know, from right to left. And then here on the bottom I may include one more of the envelopes or maybe a pocket or something. Then I'm gonna figure out this closure. Probably is gonna be like maybe here and here. I may add some Velcro to close it in place, and then this will close this way. Have to make sure that everything is dry before I continue working on it. And then on these flaps I may add, I don't know, there's plenty on this collection that we can use to decorate. So wait, this is gonna go this way. And then my closure will go right there. And then I will decorate with some lace or I don't know, flowers. Need to fix this here. It's coming apart, or I cut it a little bit there, but I will fix it with something. So that's gonna be my closure there for my lap book. And this is, hopefully this will work. I had never used this type of closure before, so hopefully this will work. But you see it's a knot, and you will close it with this, and that will go right there. So that was it. That's it for the first part of this tutorial, which it was the vase, constructing the vase and decorating the vase. And then on the second part, we will decorate, well, I will decorate everything, and I probably will bring maybe, I will decorate some on camera, and then maybe I will do like a flip through something. I don't want to do something too long, but let's see. So thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, the name of this paper is Floral Fantasy from SannieCreates. journals, and I will leave all the link for her Etsy store, a coupon code, and the name of the um, digital kit on the description box. Also, there's 3 more ladies that are part of this design team. So I'm gonna try to find the links and leave it below. If not, at least I will leave their names so you can look for them on YouTube. And please subscribe to our channel, support each other, each of us. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment below. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so when I upload new videos, YouTube will let you know that I upload a new video. And if you leave me comments and give me a thumbs up, YouTube will recommend my channel to other people. And that way you will help me grow, and it's free of charge. So thank you for watching, everyone. Happy crafting.